Okay. This is the father of Prince Arthur Eze. We are looking at. Okay. Okay. So the story is that Michael Eze and my grandfather were good friends. If you look at the buildings, the same type of structure my grandfather built, which is the stone house. Yes. If you go to Michael Eze's palace, the same kind of building, same structure, both of them built at almost the same time. And they were good friends. So that friendship have continued from Michael Eze, and then when he passed away, he continued to my father. Okay. Michael Eze was much older than my father, but he was good friend to my father. And that has continued to Walter Eze, Dr. Eze, Toronto Hospital, and to Arthur Eze. Everybody knows the Ozibondu. So the father, yes, the father, this is the father. Ozibondu is the greatest philanthropist in Africa. So how do you say that? He's the greatest. Nobody in Nigeria have given to people what Prince Dr. Arthur Eze have done. Nobody. Ozibondu. Nobody. And nobody will even try it. If you do what he does, you go broke. It is his nature to give. This thing have started from when Arthur was even 9 years old. Arthur Eze was a backbone of this family. You know, I remember when my dad was alive, Arthur was giving my father money every month for upkeep of this palace. So Arthur Eze was Arthur Eze. He gives my father Osita Agwuna money every month for the upkeep of this palace. He bought my father a Mercedes car, but my father, who everybody knows, doesn't drive any car that is not made in Nigeria. And Arthur bought him a Peugeot 505 from Edi Motors in Enugu. I'm mentioning names. Edi Motors, 1981. Wow. No Igbo man, no Nigerian can compete with Arthur when it comes to generosity. Nobody. Ojukwu, who was a Biafran leader, is a big name anywhere in the world. That is a fact. But the question asked now is to do with Apga, political party in Anambra State. It was Arthur Eze, August Rendigwe, Ugwuoke. Those two men were the power behind forming Apga. Anybody else after that came to join. The first origin of financial fraud in Igbo land. Yes. The Lebanese man in Onitsha, 1927 to 1935. The first 419, the whole Igbo land. Look at you. Looking at. Alhamdulillah, no get head. This is home of history. Okay. This statue, there's no other place you can find a statue of this man anywhere in the world except here. Okay. And why is it important that I have to make this statue here? Yeah. This is the first man to sing, the originator of Egwu Ekpili. Egwu Ekpili, that is sung by Morocco, Ozemene Sube, Obiligbo, so many other prominent Igbo singers. Yes. But this Egwu Ekpili originated from this man. Hello guys, this is Creative Law TV. Today we are in Enugu-Ukwu again. So this is the palace, the history palace, where we always come to give you history. If you are following us, you know we have visited this palace many times, giving you history. A history, truth, without any mixture of lies. Anything you hear from this palace is pure, nothing but truth. And that's why we always visit here. Because so we're not here to talk long talk, but you to see more history and learn new things. This is history home. So with our boss, Prince. Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to Billionaire Palace once again. This is not just a palace; it's an institution of learning. So anybody that comes here, if you want to learn history, Igbo culture, Nigerian history, anything to do with history, this is the best place to come. And everything we tell you here is truth, nothing but the truth. We don't add anything. We don't do fictions here. It's real, 100%. That's all it is. So today, what do you have for us? So today we have few things to deal with. But to start off with, if you step aside, the statue you are seeing here today. Okay. These two statues. This is a new one. Or this This is my grandfather, Eze Lazarus Agwuna. He ruled this town from early 1900s when the British came. And this is Igwe Michael Eze. Okay. This is the father of Prince Arthur Eze. We are looking at. Eze Dunukofia. Okay. So the story is that Michael Eze and my grandfather were good friends. If you look at the buildings, the same type of structure my grandfather built, which is the stone house. Yes. If you go to Michael Eze's palace, the same kind of building, same structure, both of them built at almost the same time. And they were good friends. So that friendship have continued from Michael Eze, and then when he passed away, he continued to my father. Okay. Michael Eze was much older than my father, but he was good friend to my father, and that has continued to Walter Eze, Dr. Eze, Toronto Hospital, and to Arthur Eze. Everybody knows the door. So
the father,
yes, the father, this is the father, Michael Eze, who was a good friend to my grandfather Lazarus Agwuna. Okay. You know, the history has gone for generations. The friendships have gone for generations. Yes. Michael Eze was a councillor in the olden days, old Ugwuoke.
Okay.
When he was called Ugwuoke County Council. In those days, traditional life could still play politics. And he was one of the people that worked with my father when my father was chairman in Ugwuoke County Council between 1960 and 1964. So I'm not telling you something, I'm telling you for fact. Now, the history between Michael Eze and Lazarus Agwuna, both men were very flamboyant. They are men that had style in whatever they do. Even if you look at the buildings, their houses, they built in early 1900s, mid 20s, will tell you that these men are men of style. You know,
yes.
There was a time my grandfather was almost going to get in trouble with the white people. Yes, in the 1920s. It was Michael Eze.
Okay.
Arthur Eze's father came to give information to my grandfather and say, some people are trying to set you up. And my grandfather had that information before they came. And whatever happened was quite because of the friendship. So they were good friends. They were friends that looked out for each other. Wow. And that friendship has continued today. You know, Arthur Eze was a backbone of this family. You know, I remember when my dad was alive, Arthur was giving my father money every month for upkeep of this palace.
So Arthur Eze was
Arthur Eze. He gives my father, he goes to Agwuna money every month for the upkeep of this palace. He bought my father a Mercedes car, but my father, who everybody knows, doesn't drive any car that is not made in Nigeria. And Arthur bought him a Peugeot 505 from Edi Motors in Enugu. I'm mentioning names. Edi Motors, 1981. Yeah, so that is the fact.
No, with name and year.
1981, Edi Motors in Enugu. Arthur Eze bought my father a Peugeot 505 SR. So that even today, the current Igwe, which is Robert Eze, the senior brother of Arthur Eze, is a good friend to this family. When my father was alive, they all used to come here. You know, even the day that the Eze family won their case, the day they won their case in Supreme Court, that perpetuated that kinship in the family, they all came here to see my father because my father worked with them. He never forgot his friendship with Michael and Lazarus.
So this picture, is it real picture or was
this is real picture that I got from my father's archives? Because Lazarus Agwuna, my grandfather, was a photographer as far as 1908, 1910. So they have pictures of his friends in archives, which I'm privileged to have.
So every sculpture you put here is a real picture.
Most things here, the ones that go beyond 1800 or going down early 1900s, yes, those are not the pictures. Okay. But the ones that come after 1910, 19 are the real pictures. Yes,
this is lossy. So do people still communicate with Ozigbondo? I know that communicating with him is not not going to be an easy task because he's a very, very beautiful man.
Ozigbondo is the greatest philanthropist in Africa.
So how do you say that?
He's the greatest. Nobody in Nigeria have given to people what Prince Dr. Arthur Eze have done. Nobody, Ozigbondo, nobody. And nobody will even try it. If you do what he does, you go broke. It is his nature to give. This thing have started from when Arthur was even 9 years old.
Okay.
There was a story when he was 9 years old. There was this young boy, a classmate of his, that didn't have money for school fees. What Prince Arthur Eze would do that he used his own money to pay for school fees for another student and go home and tell his father he lost the money. That's how caring he was. So some people that don't know Arthur will think, oh, this being nice and generous started today.
So the way you do 500 million, 1 billion,
it's been going on since he was a little boy. That is the truth.
Wow, today we are forced to tell
so most people see Arthur Eze thinking, oh, he's giving money because he wants to get contract. He doesn't need anything from anybody. But it's his nature. He's somebody that cares about the poor.
And God bless him.
That God bless him. He will be getting, the more you give, the more you get. In Igbo land, in Hausa, in Africa, to emulate Arthur Eze's behavior, yes. To give to the less fortunate. That's all he does. During the Biafran Civil War, because of the friendship between this family and Michael Eze, Igbo Michael Eze, Arthur Eze, as a young man, came to Enugu-Ukwu to buy petrol with his father's car. And he came to here to check on my family if they have left, because the mortar was falling everywhere in those days. I saw my mom and he said, "What are you people still doing here?" And my mom said, "Oh, we are ready for a car to come." He said to my mom, "Enter the car." He took my mom and my sibling, all of us. He took us to Abatete. And yes, drove us to Abatete before he even went home.
This is history.
Yes, it's a fact. He's alive. You can check with him.
So I wish someone will send this, like, send this video to Prince Arthur Eze.
Yeah.
It's
true. So Ozigbondo, everybody knows, is a man that cares for people. He cares for the poor. He cares for the friendship. If you are his friend, he doesn't forget. That is a fact. Arthur Eze, like I said, a lot of people would think that his generosity started today. Okay. No, it's been going on since he was a little boy. So it's something that is born inside him. Okay. So Arthur Eze went to America, came back, started his company, and started getting contracts. Even since then, he has been generous. So he's somebody who from Triax Airline, going into the building of radio stations, television houses, because he's an engineer by profession. Okay. So now he's going into oil business. You know, he called Oranto Petroleum, which is made it richer and wealthier. And the more he makes, the more he gives to people. Wow. No Igbo man, no Nigerian can compete with Arthur when it comes to generosity. Nobody.
No, he's
nobody.
It's uncomparable.
This is a man we have in his car 500 million. Within 2 days, that money is finished. He shared it to the people, to the poor. It's not about himself.
On his birthday,
his happiness, Arthur Eze's happiness is to see smile on other people's faces. There's a place in Enugu-Ukwu, Adabavom. I'm calling them Adabavom village. Arthur was driving by with his convoy and he saw a mud house. He stopped. I asked, who still lives in this kind of house? They say blah blah. He got out there and gave the money to build a new house. He never met those people. That's him. That's his nature. I can keep saying this till tomorrow morning. Babangida was a military leader, and Arthur Eze, because of connection, contact. If you know people in government anywhere in the world, if you are good with the government, you prove tender for contract, they give you. But Arthur was generous. He was giving money to the military as well. He was giving money to the civilian. Any good cause in Nigeria, in Africa, you can count Arthur Eze in. In the 80s, from 1979, 78 till 1985, anywhere there's a launching in the old Anambra, anybody who was old enough will know what I'm saying. Old Anambra State, which was comprised of Enugu, Anambra, and Ebonyi. Arthur Eze was always the chief launcher, 99.9%. And some of those communities, he has never visited them. He doesn't know them. They are building church, town hall, hospitals. Arthur will be the biggest donor. So it's not something that started today. So that attracted a lot of people. Even people that didn't know him saw that generosity and they call him and say, "Oh, this man, what can we even do for you?" Because he will give you more contract, the more money you make, we know he's going to spread it to the poor. That's all it is.
Okay, that's where the name
Ozigbondo came from. Because he's a man that protects anybody. Even if it's a police matter, even if it's a financial case, if you go that, once he knows that somebody is being oppressing you, he'll come out and use his influence to defend you.
But so right now, some people, like let me just know that you know about this story, because we always like to know more.
Yeah.
People say Arthur Eze is one of the founder of Apga, and there's some people believe that it's Ojukwu, and this thing is confusing.
All right.
So do you know maybe anything about it?
Thank you for the question. Ojukwu, who was a Biafran leader, is a big name anywhere in the world. That is a fact. But the question asked now is to do with Apga, political party in Anambra State. It was Arthur Eze, August Rindigwe, Ugwuoke. Those two men were the power behind forming Apga. Anybody else after that came to join. That is the truth. Wow. Ugwuoke is still alive. You can check with him. August Rindigwe, you can check with him. Prince Arthur Eze, Ozigbondo is still alive. You can check with him. So those two men were the mastermind behind Apga. Anybody else came after to join, fine, made it bigger. But the root people, the main people that started Apga was Ugwuoke and Prince Arthur Eze. That is the truth.
Wow. So this is how influential he is. And what else again do you want to know about it? But let me tell you, let's go. Let's keep touring. So, like, why Obu Ofori?
All right. Once again, we're in Ugwuoke Palace. Like I said, this place is not just a palace. It's an institution of learning. Some of the things you hear in this palace or you see in this palace, there's no other place on this planet where you see it. And that is a fact. If you look at here now, there was a documentary we did last time, but that particular statue was not finished. Now it's been finished and completed. So the story was like the origin of financial fraud in Igbo land. This man was a Lebanese that lived in Germany. He lived in this area between 1927 and 1935. And what he was doing was he brainwashed people into believing that they give him money, he will make profit for them. So a lot of prominent families, like my grandfather Lazarus Agwuna, some family from Modwe family in Onitsha, well on you can name, to mention but a few.
Yes.
Those prominent families that had money then invested money with him, thinking that he's going to give them profit at the end. Yeah. So in 1935, he got back into the ship and went back to Germany.
With all the money?
With all the money. So some people who were angry about what he did went to Onitsha by roundabout, Zig's roundabout, and made a statue of him.
Okay.
This is the statue exactly what it was like. And after they made that statue, the head was knocked off. He says, Alhambra no get head. That is the only reason I'm mad. That's how the statue came to be. There's no head.
Okay, that's the reason.
That's the reason why the head was knocked off. This is Alhambra. That's the exact image. And my grandfather had a picture. Because my grandfather, Lazarus Agwuna, the British taught him how to take pictures. The old school pictures, as far back as 1908, 1909. So he had a picture which is in archives. That is where I got what you are looking at.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is the real picture of
Alhambra. This is what he looked like. That's
and
what
you did the same thing now.
Yes, and knocked the head off. That's how it was.
Alhambra no get
head. This is what the logo there is.
So this is the final. This is the first
origin of financial fraud in Igbo land.
Yes.
The Lebanese man in Onitsha, 1927 to 1935.
The first 419. Yeah. The whole Igbo land. Look at him. Alhambra no get head.
Yeah.
Life and direct.
So that says it all.
Yeah.
What we're about to look at is, like I always say to you, this is home of history.
Okay.
This statue, there's no other place you can find a statue of this man anywhere in the world except here.
Okay.
And why is it important that I have to make this statue here? I even went to his house to get a picture of him, which has faded. But I made the grandson. But the man has passed away by 1959. Yes, this man. Yeah. This is the first man to sing the originator of Egwu Ekpili. Egwu Ekpili, that is sung by Morocco, Ozemene Sube, Obiligbo, so many other prominent Igbo singers.
Yes.
But this Egwu Ekpili originated from this man, Nwoye Azodo. Nwoye Azodo is from a village called Dusog. Dusog village in Okuzu. Okay. He's the originator of Egwu Ekpili. Now, why I'm emphasizing something is that a lot of people have given misinformation about the origin of this Egwu Ekpili, and I want to explain it to everybody so that you have the proof here.
Okay.
Egwu Ekpili actually originated from Umonre clan.
Okay.
Egwu Ekpili originated from Umonre clan. And let me break it down for you.
Okay.
Okuzu, which is the town where Nwoye came from, is one of the children of Igwedo. Igwedo is the only daughter of Onre.
Okay.
Igwedo is the only daughter of Onre, who is the mother of Okuzu, Nando, Obunike, and Umuere.
Okay.
So the origin of Egwu Ekpili started from Umonre clan to migrate with the daughter Igwedo, who went to that place and gave back to Okuzu. Okay. Okuzu now do so village and gave back to Woyazedo. That's the origin of Egwu Ekpili in Igbo land. So anybody telling you that Egwu Ekpili migrated from somewhere else is lying, because this is true, and this is a picture of the man
who sang it first.
Yeah, who sang it first? Woyazedo. Because Woyudo. And in 1938, my grandfather Lazarus Agwuna took Egwu Woyazedo, Egwu Tosh, and Ajikumo Balandre in my town to Lagos for these three songs to be recorded first time, what they call gramophone. In 1938, Lazarus Agwuna, my father, did it. I was accompanied with the company of C.T. Onyekwel from North. That is the truth.
No, this is history.
Yes.
The first Egwu Ekpili
man in Igbo land.
Woyazedo.
From Dusog village or Kuzu.
Your father came on Ago?
Yes.
I mean, if father Kwebonadi, because after this man now, Morocco took over.
Not even Morocco. After 1 year ago, he was Okafon Kuji from Anako.
Okay.
Okafon Kuji then went on to a lot of other people. Ekwebalanya, the recent ones, Udekwa Mambala, Ugochie na Obosi, Wankwana Nogo. So many of them that came after him, but the originator is him.
Wow.
That's Moyudo. Moyazodo is the first person that sang Egwu Ekpili in Igbo. And that man from Dusog village, Okozo is a daughter of Igwedo, who is the only daughter of Andre.
And this is the real picture.
This is the real picture.
This is not fabricated.
I got this picture from the grandson.
Oh, this is history, man. Can you also?